Okay. Okay, so I am gonna double check. I don't currently have anything. Okay, cool. Maybe I should also put up that info. Hi, that one cool weirdo XD. Welcome to the stream. And hi, Cuddles Kit. Welcome to the stream as well. Your arts are cool. Thank you very much. I'm really glad to hear you like them. Hi, Mimi Likes FIFA. Welcome to the stream. Today I will be working on the same old, quote unquote, the same old that I've been working on for the past few streams, which is line arting this villain OC map parts that I have. And finally, this character that I've been lining for the past couple of streams is Fern. She is one of my own characters, and there is only one frame of her left to line right here that I've done off stream a little bit, and I hope that when I get it done I can finally move on to lining the other character that is Trush, and hopefully we will get to it today. So yeah, that is the plan for the day. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, I will try my best to respond to them. I will respond to questions in the order that they come into the chat. So if I don't get back to your question immediately, know that if I'm responding to a question that is before yours, I will get to your question. And after I finish this frame, I can actually show a preview of this shot when it's fully lined, because I haven't really watched it myself much, other than shown on the previous streams. But yeah, happy Monday! How has everyone's week started? Is your day just starting, or have you already spent your entire day doing something? Are you my favorite animator? I think that is a question that only you can answer. What it like? what favorite animator means to you. If my animations happen to be your favorite and you enjoy them a lot, then maybe yes. Is it okay to draw you? Yeah, of course. I have reference sheets of my persona, aka this lovely little cat that you see here in the corner. Can I actually make an arrow? Yeah, there. This is my persona, mascot, whatever you wanna call her, Mint. I have her reference sheet on DeviantArt. And my other character reference sheets can also be found on DeviantArt, or currently at Artfight, of course, because Artfight is happening. If you wanna draw my character, or like draw any kind of fan art, feel free to do so. I will and I would love to see it. I am active on like DeviantArt. I do have an Instagram. I'm active on Blue Sky. So pretty much like all I really ask is to get tagged so I can actually see it and comment on it. Hi Critical Candy, welcome to the stream. Working in Blender. Oh, that's really cool, Northbit. What are you working on? Are you like modeling or rigging something? Also, while the stream is while we are starting, if you happen to have a Discord, I also have a Discord server that you can join if you like to connect or chit-chat with people. I tend to make announcements of upcoming streams and my recent uploads. I think the link to my server should be in the description below. So if you happen to have a Discord and you're interested in joining my server, feel free to do that. Half-Life Life mod. Wait, painting it right now, unfortunately. Oh! It is very fascinating to me when people make, like, 3D. In my university, we did have a, like, brief class on 3D modeling, and I have tried to use Blender in my free time. But definitely when animators use Blender for, like, working on a 3D playing field and helping with rotating backgrounds, that is honestly really cool. Which animation are you working on? I am currently working on Map, aka multi-animator project parts. These are going for a villain OC map, and as I mentioned earlier, this part will feature two of my OCs, Fern and Trush. Fern is also available for attacks. I don't know, that's so weird thing to say. But she's part of my Artfight roster, and Fern is a main character from my story Path of Stars that is currently in development. So I haven't yet gotten a chance to start it. I am itching on starting it, but at first, before I start it, I want to finish Yellow, which is my another comic that I'm working on. And because it's only missing like a chapter 5 and an epilogue. So I want to finish off Yellow first before I go full steam on Path of Stars. But Path of Stars has had like a fanfic, quote-unquote fanfic roots, being like a Warrior Cats OC comic that I'm currently revamping into an original story. It will definitely have some resemblance of what its roots are. However, if you enjoy warriors or content with cats and fantasy elements in a natural environment, I think you may enjoy Path of Stars too, but we'll see until I actually get into working on it, which is why I have tried my best to include my Path of Stars characters into like a map parts and short animations like that, because I want to not only introduce them to you guys to get more familiar with the characters, but also because I want to like explore the themes of the story and just like explore the character relationships. Where did you go? I assume the question is meaning to be like, which university did you go? I went to one university in Finland. That was like University of Applied Sciences. I have a degree in graphic design. Hi, I love Yang. Welcome to the stream. Okay, I think it's only ear. And then... Okay, only ear, and I can actually give a little preview of this animation. Like, if you happen to be here, like, immediately at the start, the starting screen was actually, like, replaying the sketch of this animation. Yeah, it's only a year left. And then I can finally move on. Oh my goodness, I've been stuck on this. I've been stuck lining this one bit for so long. I can't wait to move on. The struggle with the lines is real. Okay, I think I finally got it. I think we had only like one course on our studies that was like based on 3D, and we kind of like speedrun it. I actually kind of feel bad for the teacher because the classes were dedicated to start at 8 in the morning, aka the time everybody was half asleep. If that class would have been a little bit later, I feel like it would have been a little bit more fruitful. We used like, was it like 3D Maya? Maya? Anyway, another program than Blender, and it was pretty neat once like you got the hang of it. But again, it's such a shame it was so early in the morning. I guess that Blender in general is a little bit more accessible. Well, I mean, the program is free, so it is a lot more accessible. Okay, I think I'm done lining this shot. So let's hide the sketch. And this is the full shot. And I guess it's only fair to show how this part currently looks with fair and fully line arted. Okay, so it's only brush left. And the tears, I'll take care of the tears later. Now I just want to move on. Do the other character. So I don't think there's anything extra. No. Okay. Peachy, welcome to the stream. Hi, Maluka Delian. Sorry, I butchered your username. But welcome to the stream. welcome to the stream. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna new the streams you host. Is there anything I should know? Just like hanging out, having a good time, or like if people are chatting in the chat, people can chat in the chat. I guess pretty much the gist of it is just like be respectful, no LARPing because that sometimes tends to push other people away. Or feel excluded. Plus there are plenty of places for roleplay. And in general, just like be open-minded, kind, and treat people with respect. I think those are just the basic gist of things. And I'm currently animating. I'm currently line arting the frames that I've sketched out a while ago, and now I'm just like trying to clean everything up and make it look a tad bit better than just like scribbly sketches. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Feel free to stay for as long as you like. It is just like chill vibes and me trying to get some progress into this animation. As usually, like streaming helps me focus and keep focused on the task at hand. So it's kind of like it is a win-win for me either way. And if people enjoy watching what I'm doing, enjoy seeing the process, then that's even bigger win. Which app are you using? I'm using Adobe Animate. You can see the full name of the program at the top line of the description. But Adobe Animate is what I use. What gives you motivation to animate? Ooh, that's a really good question. I guess for me it comes down to seeing what you imagine moving in your own style. I guess that's like the closest way I could describe it. Because animation is very tedious and it takes a lot of time, but usually when I see the vision or something that I would like to achieve, usually that is what keeps me motivated from start to finish. Just like, I just want to see how it looks when it's actually done. And that is like my primary motivation to keep going. Can you tell some tips for in-betweens? What I personally like to do is to pick up a couple of keyframes, and I usually like start doing in-betweens between the said keyframes. So, for example, if we like had like a little dot here and dot here, I would animate the movement somewhere here, following what this dot and this dot is positioned. Like I would start with that, and then make an in-between, and then again here and here, I would make some kind of in-between, and so on and so forth. And especially when I'm lining, I usually like pick up the main poses of the frames, and I line them first. And as I keep going, I use like onion skin to double check that my proportions and everything appears as good as it can with the keyframes. While the sketch is there to provide me a guide, I still, when, for example, like when doing cleanup or lining, aka doing line work on an animation, I usually refer to how long the teeth are, how long the ears are, for example. And I usually refer to the keyframes instead of the actual sketch, because when I'm like cleaning up or doing like the lines, that is when I also correct some of the anatomy, like making minor corrections. So whenever I'm like lining something, I guess that you I finished lining my other character Fern, that can be seen here. And if we turn on her sketch, you can, let's see, is there like a good example? Well, I guess you could see like the inner ears, that they a little bit stray away from the sketch, because I when I did the cleanup of the keyframes here, I wanted to make sure that they actually look good. And when I've been doing in-betweens of those, I have been following the keyframes instead of the sketch properly. Usually when I work on like the cleaning up the actual frames, I usually like the keyframes are something that I try to follow the sketch by as closely as possible. But whenever I'm like fully on animating keyframes or in-betweens, then I'm a little bit more carefree when it comes to the placement and the movement. Like I tend to aim for pretty clean sketches, but when I'm doing in-betweens of a movement, then I just want to see that the general movement goes right. I want to ensure that the movement looks good in my eye, and then I can like later on the cleanup state to add in more details and corrections. But that is basically, I guess in a nutshell, for in-betweens, I just like, I start with keyframes and start to do in-betweens in the middle of the keyframes, and then add more frames in between the keyframes and the next placed frames until the movement actually looks desirable and what I'm actually looking for. Alright, I will go quickly and visit the toilet and fill in the water bottle, so I will be back. And in the meantime, I will have a preview of this animation running in the background, so I will be back. Okay, I am back. I guess I will also make a quick notification. Okay, there went out the message. And hi Moonstone Pudding, welcome to the stream. What OC are you using? And hi Jiwi, welcome to the stream. Good morning to Australia. So what OCs I'm using? I am using Fern and Trush. I have animated them before and drawn before. There is actually a speed paint of them that I think is the most recent. I actually want to double check that one. I don't think I uploaded it that late. Well, apparently it's older than I remember. Like, 1.5 years ago I uploaded a Moonlight Meadow speed paint, and these are the characters featured in that speed paint. So I am animating them because I would love to make more content with my Path of Stars characters. And Fern is the main character in the Path of Stars, and Trush is her first mate, who dies tragically. And this is kind of like, whether this is fully canon or not, because I'm obviously just playing around with the characters and their emotions. This is Trush appearing to Fern in her dream. Kind of like trying to give reassurance before he disappears again. Oh, thank you! Glad to hear you like my voice. Not sure have you watched my behind the scenes videos, but those are like ones where I actively talk about like animation process and such. You might find it interesting if you enjoy listening to my voice. Oh, that's really lovely. I hope that the series is getting a new boost after the 3rd episode. But it is always nice to see when the newer content does better than the old one. Congratulations for the achievement. hopefully it will continue to grow. Hi Lillian, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the hearts. out James V22T. Welcome to the stream. Good night, Lillian. love your art style. It's so cool. I'm one of a kind. I recognize it straight away. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to hear. I'm really glad that my style is recognizable. Thank you so much for your comment. Yeah, my username used to be Cute Flareon. And then I think roughly like maybe 10 years or something along those lines, I decided to make my username more original. So I switched to Cute Flare. Which I feel like was I guess a pretty natural change. And I have always been very happy with my username, but I wanted to erase the Flareon association. Not because I didn't like it, but because I just felt like if for some reason I happened to make like a living or something out of my art, if that ever becomes a possibility, I would greatly appreciate that Nintendo wouldn't be at my butt about it. So I figured it was just it would be a smart transition. But it used to be Cute Flareon, yes. Honestly, the probability to Nintendo or Game Freak suing me for having a username that includes Flareon is probably very slim. However, I felt like it was just like... I mean... It's nice to be more original, no? Or like... I don't know how to word it. People probably get what I'm trying to say. But it felt, but I guess it also kind of like, in a poetic way, felt like transformational. Wait, I can't talk. Kind of like a transition to more of like, hey, I made this channel when I was a teenager, and changing the username kind of solidified that, hey, while I haven't necessarily outgrown my younger self, maybe this is what I feel more comfortable being called from now on. Not that Flareon ever made me uncomfortable, but then again, the kind of like, I felt like it was nice to get rid of the association. If someone was looking for a channel, they might accidentally find some videos of cute Flareons. Yeah, that is also very true. I still do tag my stuff with cute Flareon just in case. If somebody who used to watch my Evolution tributes back in the day, for some reason wants to find out what I'm up to nowadays. So I still like routinely do that. But other than that, the previous username doesn't really live much around anymore. Other than in my heart. Oh, that's cool. Flareon, as probably obvious from my username, is my or like my old username. Flareon is my favorite Pokemon. It actually used to be Charmander, but I guess that when I basically named myself like Cute Flareon, or named my account, that Flareon just grew on me. Oh yeah, if you're working on anything, this is an occasional reminder that please save your work, whether you're working on art, literature, writing, animation. Remember to save your progress. No matter how reliable your computer is, humans can still make errors, aka accidentally close down the window. That is a pretty solid top 3. My like top 3 is like Flareon, Leafeon, and Espeon. Glaceon is on the 4th place. Togeon is pretty cute. Definitely a Pokemon that deserves deserves people's hearts. I generally collect all the evolution plushies. I'm sure you can fill in that gap at some point. Hello, Mr. Someone wants some. Welcome to the stream. What are you drawing? I am currently cleaning up an animation that I'm that I've worked on during the past few streams. So I'm currently line arting some frames here. And I am aiming to get this lip syncing cleaned up before I end the stream. So let's see, will I succeed? Billy, welcome to the stream! Seems like you're not... Or are you dying of a heat stroke? It looks really nice, thank you! Yeah, I don't blame you for not really properly recognizing it because I have the onion skin on. Plus I'm, like, really zoomed in. So... understandable why it may be a bit tough to recognize. Oh yeah, are you currently working on moving out? Or like, are you packing and such? I think I recall you mentioning something about August, right? I mean, plus 30 sounds like like a heaven compared to your earlier, what was it, 40? 45? Ooh, that's awesome. What did your parents say about your oven? Oven of a home? If it can even be called like called that. Your outlook looks so good. Oh, thank you, Mango. 578. And also welcome to the stream. How long does your animations take? Approximately, I would say, if I make like a single loop, for example, my lovely persona right here, for like these kind of looping animations, it usually takes me like, I would say like 2 to 5 days maybe. I think that's approximately sounds about right. But as for like what I'm currently working on, I'm working on a map part that is like, how long is this? This is 11 seconds. Usually these kind of parts take me a little bit longer. I would say if the part has very simple movements, I could get it done in 2 weeks. But more appropriate estimate is 1 to 2 months, depending on the detail and level of detail and complexity of the movements. Obviously, if I go full on like action scene or something like that that requires a lot of movement, that animation, even if only 10 seconds, it can easily take maybe like 4 months, if not longer. I have tried to become more efficient and quicker with my animations as of late, but I would say that's about the range, how quickly I make animations. How long plus what animation app you're using? I'm using Adobe Animate. You can actually see it as the first thing on the description below. I use Adobe Animate to animate. Shocker. I have noticed your question, Mango. I will segue to your question. What map are you participating in? I am participating in an original character map that is a villain. Let me quickly double check. It should be linked on my description, but like the map call. Yes, it is. So I'm working on parts 24 and 25 for a villain map, OC map. And this map is hosted by, I have to double check her username, Ice Rift Freya. It's like the map itself is like 6 minutes, so it's gonna be awesome. Everybody, all the parts that I've seen thus far, being worked on, all the VIPs and such, everyone is putting their hearts out there. I can't wait for the final map come together because it is incredible. The creativity and love and passion people have for their stories and their OCs, and the animations speak for themselves. Honestly, they are you are all in a treat. That's all I'm gonna say. And thus, what are you drawing? I am drawing, so I'm working on a map part, as I said. However, the 2 characters featured in this map part are Fern, this little girl right here, and Trush, who is this big blob here that I'm currently also like making lip syncing for. Here you can see him from the front. I have Fern fully lined. I'm currently lining on Trush. I'm jumping a little bit, like I finished his line work on the final frame because he only had single frame there, so I thought it would be the easiest. And right now I'm working on her lips, his lip syncing here because this is also a quick and short shot. So these are my OCs from story Path of Stars that I'm currently like developing, and I just honestly want to feature these characters more because I love them so much. I've had them over a decade. They used to be part of Warrior Cats OC comic that I did when I was younger. The kind of like the remains of it can still be found on my DeviantArt. But I'm currently taking original approach to Path of Stars. There will obviously still be like some references and such left to its Warrior Cats roots. But I'm really excited to actually make this story my own and be able to tell the story without its fanfic ties. And it's honestly been really cool. It's been really fun to like dwell into a world that I can call fully my own. But obviously it still has its inspiration sources, and I honestly will never deny that. I'm just gonna embrace the heck out of it. This may not be the most mind-boggling story out there. However, this is very dear and near to my heart. And whenever I get to work on it, I really hope that you guys will also enjoy it as well. But yeah, these are the characters I'm working on, and that's kind of like where they originate from. And currently, what is also kind of like holding the process of Path of Stars currently is that I have another comic called Yellow that is publicly readable over on Comic Fury and DeviantArt. That comic is currently missing chapter 5 and epilogue, and that is a comic I would love to finish first before I start working on Path of Stars, because Path of Stars will be long-term comic, so it will last a while. Let's put it that way. I will quickly want to see how this lip syncing is turning out. Ignore all the seats. Ignore all the seats. Ignore all the D's. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tongue twister. Ignore all the seats. Ignore all the seats. Okay. Ignore all the seats. I think it looks okay. Looks a little weird because of tongues, but everything should be hitting what the syllables that they're supposed to. Ignore all this. Ignore all this. Okay. What's the OC's names? Because these are like black and white, it's a bit hard to tell. But she... But... hold on, where is it? Okay, there it is. She's Fern. And he is Trush. And for example, I have a speed paint called Moonlight Meadow, I think it was called. I made it like roughly 1.5 years ago. That features these characters in an illustrative form. And I think I've also once made like a PNV map art out of them. So there is small content out there. I guess the gist of it is that Fern is the main character of Path of Stars, and Trush is her first mate, who tragically dies. And this map art It's not gonna be like any particular part of the story in general, but this is basically going to be Thrush comforting Fern in her dream. Like he is visiting her in her dreams. And this is basically like him trying to comfort her when life is feeling a little bit rough. Hi Wake, welcome to the stream. I have a cat character too called Butterscotch. That sounds so cute. Butterscotch is such a underutilized name. If you'd like to stream together during the week, do let me know. Yeah, sure. Actually, I'm going away for a week, which is why I'm streaming now. But next week I should be available whenever I come back. But I'll let you know. And maybe by that time you have also gotten time to settle down in your new apartment, Billy. Bye, DJK! Thank you for joining the stream for a brief moment. I hope you have a lovely day. That sounds cute. Also, Wake, I will come to you personally later, but please link me your Artbyte account, pretty please. Please and thank you. I mean, if you want, I'm not sure. What do you want to jump scare me for? Okay, but what the heck is the, like, pretty coding? Very lovely coding. Although, to be fair, I have a light mode on, so whatever jump scary thing you thought you were throwing up my way may have been, deflected by the power of light. Why am I correcting the line outside of the frame? I need to stop that. Half of your page is missing? Oh. I see. Ooh. I didn't even question it. I was like, okay, cool, you have some special privileges. I will not question it. My friends, I guess in a nutshell, my friend sent me something that should not be possible? Question mark? Coding stuff. Woo! Spooky things. How your project looking timeline-wise? Any closer to being done with the line art? Oh yes, I today finished lining Fern fully. So now it's only Trush. When I finish this lip syncing, because I planned on finishing the stream, once I get the lip syncing done, which is like 1 frame away on the second shot, I practically have only 2 shots left of Trush to line, and then I can finally move on to other things. Okay. And I think with Trush it's like only 10 or 13 frames altogether, minus the lip syncing. So he should be pretty easy to line in general. My friend suggested something that I would do to Trush on the 3rd shot, so I will also try that out when I get to lining. If it wasn't for me going away for a week, I would be pretty confident in getting this done maybe in like a 10-ish days. But I guess instead of that happening, it will be finished closer to the end of the month. Which is a bit of a bummer, but oh well. Yeah! Also, I made Trush freaking fluff on the last frame. And I low-key wanna bet that you are very enticed by his fluffiness. Hi, Mimi likes FIFA. Welcome back. Can you do it while you're away? I could work on it while I'm away. However, I'm going to go and visit my family, and the takeaway tablet that I have, it is not as comfortable to animate with it as it is with my current screen tablet. Because my tablet that I take with my travels, it is a lot smaller than my screen tablet, and with my screen tablet it is a lot more comfortable to animate because I directly see what I do, versus my traveling tablet is just a tablet. So, for example, doing like lines takes a little bit longer than it would normally do for me. So sadly I have to pause it. Maybe someday I will get like a takeaway screen tablet and thus make my work more efficient with animations and such, but until that date comes, unfortunately it means I have to pause. I guess if I had like a because my current tablet is 22 inches. I don't remember exactly, but more than 20 inches. I would imagine like if I had like a takeaway screen tablet, I would prefer it to be like maybe 16 to 13 inches or something along those lines. Something that at least gives my hand more space to move, because that way my wrist doesn't get too tired and it is more economically friendly as well. I'm gonna clear those out, and I think we can clear these out too. So I got it done, and thus I will be ending the stream here. I got a ton of progress today, and I'll show you before I go how this map art is looking thus far. So this is what it is looking right now. As you can see, Trash, aka the character with like a sandy sketch, he has still some lines left to be done. But Fern, who is the other character here, she is fully lined, so that's awesome. I just need to finish off Trash, but I think I got pretty good progress today. I finished off lining Fern, and then lined Trash on half of the shots he is in. So the first and third shot of him need to be lined. But other than that, yeah, this map art is getting progress, which I'm really happy about. So yeah, I don't know, do I have much else to say? Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I will be going away for a week, which means no streams until maybe next week. I have been on a pretty good roll with streams that I may be streaming again next week, because it has helped me a lot with getting the progress down with this map part. But yeah, until then, thank you all so much for watching, whether you watch this live or are just scrolling it afterwards. All the link, the program that I'm using, and all the extra social media that I am in can be found from the description below. And yeah, also the map call for this OC map villain can be found from the description below if you wanna maybe see who other amazing and talented artists have taken part of this map. The parts are coming along super nicely, and this is definitely going to be a very epic map, and I'm very honored to be part of it. So yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic day and lovely week coming ahead of you, and I will see you all on the next one, on the next stream.